Hi, and hello, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in with me, 𝗤cie Coney, for the 𝗤cie Coney podcast. And the subject for this week is, what is a CPP as it relates to insurance that is a commercial package policy? And so last week we briefly discussed about a BOP, a business owner's policy, and what that entails. A business owner's policy and a CPP, a commercial package policy. They have a lot of similarities, but there are some differences as well. So I kind of want to compare the two and just recap what a BOP is, and then kind of go over into what the CPP is. So the acronym BOP, what that stands for is Business Owner's Policy. And what that does, it's really just like a fixed contract that says that, hey, if this happens, these are the amounts as we, the insurance company, will pay due to you having a claim. And so that includes the general liability, and it can also include your property. So that could be the actual building. Let's say that you're a small business, a restaurant owner. So you have your general liability, and then you need to cover the building because you own the building. So you want to make sure that your business property is covered. And then, of course, your tools and equipment and whatever, your equipment that's related to the business inside. So that would be, say, the stoves, the furniture, the tables, the things that you have inside of the building. So that would be covered under your BOP, your business owner's policy. Now, with the commercial package policy, it comes with the general liability, just like the business owner policy does, and it can cover your commercial property. But these are typically for, I would say, small to really mid-sized businesses. So for a small business owner that's just starting out, listen, not knocking the BOP. The BOP is perfect. I have a BOP, okay? But I don't own the building that I run my business out of. So I don't need all of that coverage. But when, not should I, but when I purchase the building, then I would definitely I would level up my insurance to get me a CPP. A CPP you can basically customize specifically for your business. So that may include adding in errors and omissions insurance, which is also referred to as professional liability. And you can have that packaged into your CPP. What is errors and omissions? Just real quickly, professional liability. Let's say that you're a consultant of some sort, and you gave someone some bad advice, and it resulted into them, leading into a claim. Somebody wants to sue you. You gave somebody some bad advice. Nothing that the company did specifically, but your work towards them, you ill advised them in some type of form or fashion. Okay, they could come and then sue you under your professional liability, also known as errors and omissions. I carry errors and omissions. Most realtors, brokers, they carry errors and omissions. Attorneys, they carry errors and omissions. And the reason for that is due to liability for something arising out of their professional scope of work or services or consulting services that they have provided to a client. You can also, with the CPP, the commercial package policy, add coverage for your automobile. So let's say that you are a contractor, and let's say you're a landscape contractor. Okay, you have a crew of people, and you have the vehicles registered in the name of the company. You could have your general. I actually just wrote one like this last week for a gentleman in Cleveland. Hello, you know who you are. So what we did was we put together a package for him with Liberty Mutual, and we had the general liability for the actual business, but the business was he was a contractor. I'm gonna say what kind, he was a contractor, and he had the vehicle insured in the name of the business, and one of his employees actually drives the vehicle. So we had to add that. So we were able to put that under one policy. So that's a good example of a CPP, a commercial package policy. These policies are much more flexible than than a business owner's policy, because it kind of allows you to just add things that you need to add on that are specific towards your business. So that could even be adding on liquor liability, depending on what type of business it is. I've already named the errors and omission. I've named the fact that you can add auto insurance under that CPP. It will also allow you to add something that's called inland marine. What is inland marine? When you say inland marine, people automatically think about a boat or something related to water, but it's not. What the inland marine would be is more additional coverage for your property, and it will cover it while it's in transit. Okay, so say you are a landscaper. We'll just stick with that. We'll stick with that scenario. You're a landscaper, and you have these expensive tools. And while you're traveling, while you're en route to your next job, your next appointment, the tools are stolen. Okay, that will be covered. Your inland marine, that will be covered under that portion of the commercial package policy. So it just allows you to specifically design the policy based on the needs of your business, because all of our businesses are different. If you're a contractor, you don't need the same type of coverage that I have as an insurance broker. If you're a restaurant owner and you have several staff members working for you, you would need the same coverage as the lady down the street who owns the nail salon. So the CPP allows you to specifically cater these policies built around the type of business that you have. So it is important to sit down with your insurance agent or broker and talk about what exactly you're looking for, because you wouldn't know. I mean, if insurance is not something that you do, if you haven't read Insurance for Dummies, if you haven't taken the test, or have a friend like me who's always talking insurance, you may not know what coverage to select or not to select. So this is the time when you want to sit down with someone and talk about the needs of your business, what's important for you to cover, because what you don't want to do is have the unfortunate um, occurrence of a claim. And then it's at that time you find out you're underinsured. This is not covered. Hey, Miss Jones, we're sorry that this happened, but the insurance company is only going to cover this because you didn't have this endorsement added on. You didn't have the business income endorsement added on to your BOP, or you didn't have a commercial package policy that automatically covered the business income or business interruption insurance, which I know I don't have I try to make these quick, but I do want to go into that. I'll go back to the example of the restaurant owner. You're a restaurant owner, God forbid, you have a claim. And let's say it's due to a fire. Okay, this really did just happen to a restaurant. I won't name the name, but it's in the city of Detroit. It's very well known. And they had a claim, it was due to a fire. Okay, fire started in the kitchen and they were shut down for months. If any of you guys, you may have from here, you may have an inkling of what restaurant I'm talking about, because they have the best burgers and steak bites. Anyway, so they were shut down literally for like a few months to rebuild and to get back up and running. But while they were temporarily shut down, the business still has expenses. It may have had a mortgage or it may have had a rent, regardless to the fact if your business is open or not. Whoever you're renting from or paying the mortgage to, they still need to get paid every month. Your workers, so these are coverages that you want to sit down with your agent to make sure that you have. But these are things that you can customize with your commercial policy package. And like I said, it has more flexibility than a BOP. But if you're just starting out and you're a small business owner, a BOP is perfect for you, okay, for right now, while you figure out how the business is working and what you may need and what you can omit and do without. But that BOP will get you going. At least it has that general liability in place. At least it will cover your commercial property, be it that you are a tenant or you are, in fact, the owner of the property. And then the property, the equipment that's inside of the location. So that is the question for today. The CPP, what is a commercial policy package? And I hope I have covered that. And of course, as always, if you have any additional questions, if you have any comments, or if you just want to give me a shout out, you can reach me at www.londonconsultingfirm.com. You can leave us a message via on the website. You can always contact us at 1-800-651-9142. I'm Stephanie Coney. And again, it has been a pleasure to be here with you today. And thank you for your support. And thank you for tuning in to the Stephanie Coney podcast. Have a good week.